Yo, I could not wait. I could not wait to make this video. I got my tea here just in case, because I don't know how long this video is going to go on for, because I'm going to give you every detail possible. I need to paint a picture in your mind. I swear to God, I wish I had a body cam so I could show you how this thing went down. So like I said in the previous video, 99.9% of men walking planet Earth, if they was on a packed tube or a packed train and they saw a beautiful woman, they would never walk over and make an approach. I know this to be true, and you know this to be true. Ask yourself, if you're a man watching this right now, ask yourself, out of all the times in your life that you've been on a tube or a train, how many times have you walked over to a girl and made an approach? There's guys right now who ride the tube every day, and especially the tube as well. You can see some nice gal on the tube. They ride the tube every day and they see nice gal every day and they never make an approach. So anyway, Saturday afternoon, say about 1, I'm making my way down to Kenton and he's going to pick up my motorbike. Now, obviously, if I'm going down to Kenton, which is in North West London, to pick up my motorbike, I have to ride public transport. So, gone to Edmonton Green, gone to the train station, got on the train. And obviously I have to get off at Seven Sisters to catch the Underground, which is the Victoria line. And I'm thinking like I need to get off at like Oxford Street or one of them stations there, because I think it's the Bakerloo line, the brown line that takes me to Kenton. So boom, got off at Seven Sisters, gone down to the Underground, got on the Victoria line tube. So whilst I'm on the tube, and this is where I'm sitting on the tube. So I'm at the end of the carriage, but I'm not at the end of the train. You know, the end of the train is where the driver is, or the bottom of the train is the other complete end. Now I'm in the middle, but on the carriage, I'm at the end of the carriage. You know, you've got like the partition between one carriage and another carriage, and then you've got like the window that pulls down and you can put your hand through if you want to, but you can't physically, I think it's a door, but it's like it's locked. You can't physically pass through one carriage to another on certain tube lines, but not on the Victoria line. So anyway, so I'm standing there. I'm kind of standing, but kind of like resting against. It's not like a proper seat where you sit down. You kind of just rest your ass on it. You know what I'm talking about, innit? So boom. So I'm standing up there now. So boom. So man's got on at Seven Sisters. I know I've got about 5 or 6 stops until I get off. So the next stop, I think it's Finsbury Park. Yeah, a bunch of people get on. And these 4 girls get on. 3 blonde girls and 1 mid-trace girl. Let me tell you something. Everybody, every guy on this train, tube, was watching this mid-trace girl. She was nice. But the reason why she drew so much attention to herself is probably because, you know, the girls, they weren't being loud. You know, they was drawing a lot of attention. I mean, you got 3 blonde girls and a mid-trace girl, but this girl, she had a pretty face, but she was tall. I mean, she was wearing some heels, more like, I don't know if you want to call them platform shoes. She weren't wearing like kind of like them wedges sort of things, innit? So it boosted up her height a little bit. In the heels, she was about 6'1". So without the heels, probably 5'10" or something like that. So she's a tall girl. I'm looking at her from down the carriage and that, and all I'm seeing is legs. Yeah, like she just got some long ass legs on her and a short torso and that. Nice gal. So anyway, like I said, everyone's looking at this girl. Even the women are probably looking at this girl. So anyway, so I'm just looking over and that. Now these times the train is packed, but I can still see her and her friends. I can hear them definitely. So I'm not serious about it, but I'm thinking about, oh yeah, I should really go over there and chat to her, innit? Yeah, but I'm not serious. It's just the thought that popped into my head. So anyway, you know, I'm on the tube, and obviously the train is stopping at, you know, the next stations and that. And as time goes on, I'm thinking about it more and more and more. Now, the drip was dead. I'm wearing my red motorbike jacket. It's not a motorbike jacket, it's a puffer jacket. It's my JY's alternative jacket. It's a red one. It's got a tear here, and I'm wearing some black tracksuit bottoms and just some any Adidas trainers. I'm going to pick up my motorbike. I've even got a leg bag on in it, yeah. I'm wearing a green t-shirt underneath. My jacket's all unzipped and that because it's hot. So the drip was dead, yeah. So anyway, like I said, as time goes on, I'm thinking about it more and more and more. So these times the girls, obviously, they're a good distance away from me. But then at some point, let's say they were at like we were at Highbury Station or something like that, and people got off. So people got up off of the seats because the train was packed. People got up and off the seats and left. So the girls decided to sit down. So they moved closer to me. Yeah, they're not close. They're not even arm's length. I would have to walk over in it. Yeah, but they've moved closer than that. So I'm sitting there like looking over in it, and I'm thinking, blood, maybe I should just go over, you know. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm just hearing voices in my head. I'm hearing man's voices, man that I watch on social media, YouTube. I'm hearing Marquette from The Saint and the Sinner. Big him up. I'm hearing his voice in my head. Never tell yourself no. Make them tell you no. I'm hearing AMS. Big up AMS. I'm hearing AMS. If you see a beautiful woman on the subway, you walk over there. I don't give a damn if the subway's packed. You walk over there and you say, excuse me, I'm such and such. I would like to get to know you. Would you want to go out for a drink sometime? I'm hearing Casey Zander. Big up Casey Zander. I'm hearing him say, the reason why men don't like approaching women in public is because they're scared to act in a sexual manner in public. And that is the realest truth. When he says a sexual manner, he don't mean moving crazy and that, but you understand? Then I'm hearing my own voice in my head. Blood, you're going to let this thing go just because you're afraid? So hold on a minute. You don't want to go over there and speak to this guy because you're afraid of the opinion of other people? The opinion of people who are not going nowhere in life. You're not going to see them ever again. And even if you see them ever again, who gives a shit about their opinion? You're going to allow the opinion of other people to stop you from being successful or even making an attempt. Blood, at this point, yeah, man's starting to feel the pressure. Because man don't want to say the N-word. Nervous. Man don't want to say that word, but man's starting to feel the pressure. You understand? But again, I heard more voices in my head. I'm just hearing a voice in myself. Do it, blood, do it, go. That's what I'm hearing in my head, you know. Now, certain man might be watching, it's like, yo, a man's putting too much into it, like, blood. Fam, this is the reason why you've seen beautiful chicks on the tube or the train and you've not made an approach and that. Cause you know it's difficult. Like, yo, this is not like being in a shop. You're on a tube and a train. You're going to be stuck on this tube and train, yeah? You understand, yeah? So, and everyone's going to be watching you. Yeah, you are taking center stage on this rascal train, tube, whatever the situation is. So anyway, after I heard my own voice in my head saying, "Go, do it," but I just zipped up my jacket and I took one step forward. Cause once you take that one step, come here, man, don't backpedal in this thing, yeah. So man took one step and another. So the girls they're sitting down, they're talking. There's two on the right and two on the left. The mixed-race girl was on the right, yeah? So I've walked over now. I swear, I wish I had a body cam. So I walked over now. And I said, sorry to disturb you, but I thought you was the nicest girl on the train. Can I get your phone number? She was like, I've got a boyfriend. I've been with him for 3 years. I'm like, okay, no problem. That was it. Done. So, bearing in mind, yeah, my actual stop is coming up real soon. If it's not the next stop, it's the stop after. But I said, you know what? Even if it's the next stop, I ain't getting off. I'ma stand on this train. See, I'ma stand in the middle of all this awkwardness. Because that's what it is. Walking up to a girl in public on a packed train when people are not minding their own business, well, they're minding their own business until there's a scent or someone that's going to attract their attention, yeah? So everyone's going to be watching you. So it's an awkwardness. So I said to myself, even if my stop is the next stop, I ain't getting off. I'm going to stand here in this awkwardness because I'm a fucking man. So anyway, so she said, I've got a boyfriend. I said, okay, cool, no problem. And I returned back to my position. Yeah, I was not prepared to, the next stop's coming and quickly just dart off the train and that, whether it's my stop, but no, I ain't no pussy. I'ma stand in this awkwardness, yeah? So boom. So I returned back to my position. So as I'm sitting down, yeah, obviously, like I said, you've got two girls on the right and two girls on the left. They're talking and that. One of the chicks, yeah, on the left-hand side, which is opposite the mixed race girl, must have like made a gesture, yeah. And obviously, I've got my earphones because I'm listening to music, but I kind of overheard her say "booze," like "booze." So anyway, and then she's looked over at me. So anyway, she carries on talking and that. And afterwards, I heard her say, "That takes balls, you know." So these times now, man stood up now, innit? So I said, "Oh, what, you think that takes balls?" She was like, "Yeah, to come over and talk to a girl on a tube like that takes balls." I said, "You know what it was?" Now, these times when I'm talking, everyone on the train is looking at me, yeah? Imagine you're standing up on a carriage and there's like 15 people, everyone's just watching you and that. Now, what was funny, yeah, just before I approached the girl, yeah, there was a black cute that was sitting like maybe next to the mixed race girl or one over and that. I see him, I know he wanted to talk to her, innit? Because I see him looking over, like trying to pretend that he's touching his ear and that he was rating the team. Everyone was rating the team, yeah? So anyway, boom. So the friend said, the same one that said, "Oh, that takes balls," yeah? The friend must have said to me, "But what about taking her Instagram?" I was like, "Nah, it's cool. Anyway, the tube is now about to pull into the station. The next platform and that. So some random woman that's not with these chicks must have got up, and where she was sitting right next to the girl that said, "Oh, he's got balls for coming over doing that." So she's got up and walked towards me because she's gonna get off. She was like, "You could take the seat if you want. It's all yours." So I just looked at her and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." So anyway, I sat down now. So boom. So man's sitting next to the blonde girl that said I got balls, and then I'm sitting basically opposite the mixed race girl that man try to approach, innit? So anyway, I'm just sitting there now, and the girl said, I'm feeling nervous now. Like, you're making me all hot and sweaty now. And I'm like, "You're nervous, you're hot and sweaty. I should be nervous. If anyone should be nervous, I should be nervous." She was like, "That's never happened to me. No one has ever come up to me on a packed tube and tried to ask for my number. That's never happened." So anyway, so I said to her, I think obviously I must have asked her name or whatever. She said her name. She said her name's Tyler. Yeah. So if you're watching this now, respect. So she said, yeah, her name's Tyler. And I said, "Oh, what area are you from?" Now she's from somewhere quite local. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I am from such and such." I was like, "What school did you go to?" She said, "She went to such and such." I said, "Oh, I went to thing." So "How old are you?" She said, she's 27. So I said, "All right then, cool." So she said, "You know what? I don't actually have a boyfriend, you know. I just said that because I just got caught off guard. I didn't expect you to come up to me and that." So I was like, "All right, now you definitely have to give me a number in it." So like I said, I had a leg bag on, yeah. So I started taking my phone out of my leg bag, and I got her number still. So boom. So my stop, I think my stop even came and went, but I was still on the train, yeah. Because man don't do this pussy shit like, you know, get turned down and then just want to skirt off the train. Like, no, man will sit down in the awkwardness. It's cool, man. Embrace the awkwardness. Yeah, man's like Ross Clark, man. So boom. So these times when man's sitting down, yeah, and especially like when I got off, but yeah. So I just little conversation here and there and that, and I think yeah, we all got up and got off at the same time. Now these times, yeah, I've gone past my stop and that. Yo, from when I was sitting down and I got the girl's number, because what happened was, yeah, she gave me her number, yeah? So she's reading that and she's saying her number, 079, whatever, in it, yeah? And her friend's like, "Now you've told the whole train, innit?" I was like, "Don't worry about that, man." So anyway, I typed her name now because obviously I'm assuming I know how to spell her name. So anyway, after about a minute, I must have showed her the phone, like, "Is this the right number?" And she was like, "Yeah, but you spelled the name wrong." I said, "Don't worry about the name. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about how to, I need to say this, but I'm thinking in my head, I don't give a fuck about how to spell your name. The number is the most important thing, yeah? So she was like, "Yeah, you spelled my name wrong." I don't know about that. "Is the number right?" She said, "Yeah, the number's right." Cool. So we've all got off and gone out separately. I was like, "Yeah, see you later," to the girls and that. And yeah, from when I was sitting down chatting to them and I got the girl's number and when I got off the train, yo, my head was so big. You know, like, you've reached the next level of your confidence, whatever you want to call it. Like, yo, let me tell you something, yeah. The more this story is, yeah, when you step out of your comfort zone, Yeah, you gain a next level of confidence. Don't get it twisted. I've tried to ask girls for their number on the train or the tube before, but not in that manner. Like they might have been next to me, yeah? But I'm talking about everyone is sitting down on the tube and I've walked over to her while she's sitting down and asked her for a number. Say, you're the nicest girl on this tube. Like there was a black girl, I know she was probably giving the evils and that. Yeah, this one, anyway, yeah? So yeah, most men would never do that. So that definitely there was stepping out of my comfort zone. And if you think, oh, that's nothing, innit, yeah, I challenge you. This is a challenge to you watching this right now. The next time you're on a tube or train and it's packed or whatever, go up to a nice girl and introduce yourself. Say hello, I think you're the nicest girl, whatever, and that, and see if you can get a number. See if you know what, fuck the number. See if you've got the balls to do it. I guarantee you probably won't do it. You will talk yourself out of it. Oh, she's with her friends. Oh, she's alone, but she's texting somebody. Oh, she's probably got a boyfriend. You will talk yourself out of it. So anyway, I got the girl's number. We've all got off the train and gone our separate ways and that. So obviously that was like 1 something, like 1:30 in the afternoon or whatever. So I thought, right, because I don't do this bullshit. I don't get a girl's number and wait 3 days. Fuck that bullshit. Listen, if a girl is into you, she wants you to message her that same day. Yeah? You don't need to play these wait 3 days, wait a week and that's bullshit. Make Drake get that girl's fucking phone number and see if she's not waiting for that text or phone call. These girls don't give a fuck, man. You don't need to wait 3 days. You don't need to be texting right then and there. Wait a goddamn few hours if you want. But really and truly, if the girl likes you, she's going to appreciate that you message her. And if she don't like you, it's going to be the same outcome, whether you wait 1 day or 3 days. So girls are hip to the game now. They know, oh, guys deliberately wait 3 days to text. So anyway, like I said, I got a number like, after 1 o'clock in the afternoon and that. Obviously, I wasn't going to message her right then and there. But anyway, funny enough, yeah, when we was on the tube talking, she was like, so what's my name? So I told her my name is Jelani, yeah? So she said to me, do you know what? I always told myself I'm going to marry a man with the name starting with J. And she's like, but listen, you're going to have to stop riding that motorbike, The motorbike riding is dangerous. She's trying to talk to me like she's my mum. So anyway, she's like, you have to stop riding that motorbike. Motorbike is dangerous. I'm like, I've got 2 motorbikes. Yeah? Ain't nobody stopping me from riding and that. So anyway, like I said, I got a number and then I thought, right, in the evening I'll message her. So I must have messaged her at 9 o'clock. She didn't respond and that was the end of that. Got a number, messaged her, she didn't respond and that's the end of that, innit? But you know what? When I got off that train, I literally felt like I was on fire. Like, man, like untouchable. You understand? Yeah? Cause most man will never do that. But I ain't most man. Man, I J wise with that. So yeah, that's a funny little one still, boy. I wish I had that on body cam, boy. Yeah. Anyway, if you made it this far, respect. Stay wise. Don't know.